Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this unboxing video on a Monday, that's exactly what we're going to be doing. But on this channel, we like to turn it into a bit of a guessing game to make it a bit more fun. So yeah, got a bit of a bigger box this week, and the reason for this is there's a Box Generation 1 figure in there. It's not a Japanese exclusive, unfortunately, but no, it's not a Japanese exclusive. It's not an eHobby one. It's a genuine vintage G1 figure from 1988. So there's your clue straight away. The figure I've already got, but I don't have a boxed version, so this is a big upgrade for me. And funnily enough, even though I've got one out on display, I'm going to take some parts or some but I made some bit from this to put on display as well, to be able to do multiple displays. So that might be a bit of a clue, I'm not too sure. But yeah, so this came out in 1988. I didn't actually have this figure as a child. In 1988, the toy line wasn't really going in the way that I liked when I was a kid, but being as an adult, so long-term viewers of watching this channel will probably pretty much be guessing, I suppose, the subgroup or the whatever. I can't remember the correct terminology what I want to be using for this, where Transformers was going. I felt at the time that this particular lot, or this particular group, that's probably the best word, a group of figures, wasn't really for me. And in the UK we didn't really get that many, so that probably didn't help, especially not in 1988. Whereas in Japan, there is a Japanese version of this figure. All the parts are the same. The only thing that's different obviously is the name, but I'm not going to say that because I'll give too much away. So it's 1988, and as I say, in Japan they had Super God Master Force, and these particular figures and characters were much, I'm trying to unwrap it and talk at the same time. They just had a bigger presence, and as I say, as soon as you saw the Super God Master Force cartoon, you got more of a appreciation for the toys, for the figures, and indeed for the concept of what they were going for. Whereas in 1988, a 9-year-old me didn't really appreciate it. So it's one of the original. There was original 3 Autobots and Decepticons of this particular group of figures. This is one of the Decepticons, and the concept, I suppose, of the figure is completely backwards with what it actually is, which I'll probably go into a bit more detail in a bit of a second. So yeah, so there was 3 of them. I think you pretty much might be guessing onto what sort of toy line I'm talking about anyway, and the concept being, so it's just a case of narrowing it down. So as I say, so the first 3 means that it wasn't, and here's the big clue of what they are, means it wasn't Finback, it wasn't Bugley, and it wasn't, and I'm just trying to think off the top of my head who the last, Iguanus, of course. We didn't get them in the UK, we just had the original first 3. And this one is loosely based, I suppose, on a fish. And there you go. So in Japan he was known as Gilmer. So if you did or didn't get it, it is Submarauder. And what I sort of meant was, because I've got the shell and the robot out on display, I'm going to take the Innerbot and I'm going to put that in the alternate mode on display. And what I meant by about the concept is, the Autobots is fine because it's human beings, it's robots inside human being shells being pretending. Whereas if if one of them walked down the street, you'd see it straight away. It wouldn't be pretending very well. Okay, so you'd still run because it's a monster, whether there's a robot inside or not. But anyway, let me know if you got him. I'm going to do a review on him as soon as I can. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.